It's a fucking beautiful thing, man. You know, I've been, as you can tell if you've been keeping up, I've been feeling like a bit of shit recently. Post-album release depression, because I explained it as, you know, when you finish a really good book or a really good series and you don't know what to do with your life. Like that, but more intense. But man, music makes life worth living. I know it's corny, and I know it's not an original thing to say, but it's amazing, man. No matter where I am mentally, physically, there's always those albums that I can just listen to and just makes me feel alive again, you know. That's what it's all about. That's the base of it all. No matter where you are in your life, no matter what you're feeling like, there's always some way that you can make a real connection with another human being through art, especially music. Music is the most direct way to our emotions. I mean, even the best film takes hours to get to the real emotional peak. You can't just show a scene from, I don't know, what's a really emotional scene from a movie? I don't fucking know. I talked about it before, so let's do the speech at the end, the monologue at the end of Synecdoche, New York. It's good on its own. It stands on its own. But once you know the context around it, that is when you can like see the emotional potential of it. Once you've seen the rest of the film and it all builds up, and then you have this great monologue, which you know, it's just fucking genius, right? That's what it's all about. But that film's like long. All films are long. Music, I can play you a 2-minute song and it can make you cry. It's more powerful than any of these other things. It's the power we wield as musicians is great and immense. And I know that I also think that art is pretentious and stupid. And but this doesn't mean music's bad. My critique is similar to the Situationists. I just don't want a separation between art and life. They should be one and the same. That's my problem. My problem, and also with artists in general as people. But music is a powerful thing, man. It can turn your fucking day around, life around. A punk rock song won't ever change the world, but I can tell you about a couple that changed me. To quote Pat the Bunny. There you go. That's what it's all about. This is why I've got to never give up. This is why I have to keep creating. I know, it's gay shit. This is dumb shit. What am I doing? Spitting, sitting here talking like some sort of fucking motivational speaker. Fuck off. Whatever. I've been inspired. I was just listening to so many. I've just, you know, the past few days I've just been listening to good. It's what gets me through anything. I listen to good music and it can fucking reinvigorate my life. I listened to Return to the 36 Chambers by ODB, of course. That's like a classic. For some reason, I hadn't listened to it in a while. I was like, hey, you can listen to this. Revitalized my entire hope in electronic music. I was like, whoa, there's still so much you can do with samples alone. Whoa, there's like, as an album, as a concept album, that album's fucking insane. There's like, the skits and stuff is nuts. Completely opened my mind to a bunch of new shit that I could be doing and that other people could be, like, a potential out there. Oh, and then I listened to Massive Fermenting Dregs, all 3 of their albums, or 2 EPs, albums. I listened to, and not all 3, they have more than 3 albums, but I listened to ST, World Is Mine, and their demo tape, like their first demo EP thing, which doesn't sound like a demo at all. It just sounds like a normal EP. I mean, the production's a little rough, but that's it. And then I re-listened to Schoolgirl Bye Bye by Number Girl, great band. And then I listened to there's other things I've been listening to. Let me get up my albums playlist so I can, or my favorites list, and see if there's anything on there. Sorry about this. No, this is what you call professional YouTubing. Oh yeah, listening to fucking Drain Gang, Bladey, That's always a great way to reinvigorate yourself. Listen to some Blade, you know, Drain Gang, Gang, Gang. You know what I'm saying? That always works. Hype Williams, he's always there with me. Hype Williams being the collaborative project between Dean Blunt and Inga Copland. Is that how you pronounce her name? I don't know. But not the music video director. They're fucking sick. They've never made anything bad. Find Out What Happens When People Stop Being Polite and Start Getting Real is the name of their album. It's fucking sick. Or EP. That shit's fucking dope. Amazing. What else? Xylem Supreme. Xylem Supreme, of course. If we're talking about noise and pink place, like I've been thinking about recently, not the boogie pop, Xylem Supreme is the most noisy and the most poppy. It's genius. Obviously, Boris is always there for me. Whenever I need Boris is always there. It's great. Music makes life worth living. I can't overstate it enough. There's 2, 3, maybe, things that keep me alive. Autism, spite, and music. This is all I'm made of. If you cut me open, all that would leak out is autism, spite, and music. That's me. And that should be you. That can be you too. Doesn't have to be the same, but you can power through, man. This is all I'm saying. If we're gonna be there out of pure spite, this is why I keep doing it. This is why I'm keep chugging on. Out of just raw spite for everything. You want to make me give up? They don't want you to succeed. They don't want you to be successful. You know, the universe's powers does everything it can to put me down, man. But I'm out here. Fuck all the haters. There's no haters. There's no haters. I'm just making this up. Fuck all the haters. Yo, fuck everyone that doubted me. I'm famous now. Ow. I don't know where this is going. I'm a motivational speaker now. Come on, get up off your feet. Go do that thing. Go do some art. You know, this is basic shit. But very important. Just because it's basic doesn't mean it's not true. Basic shit. Life is suffering. Pleasure is not enough to get you through suffering, because happiness is by nature fleeting. So you need to put your faith in something higher than you in order to get through life, because life is suffering and pleasure is not. Yeah. This doesn't mean religion. It used to be religion mostly for everyone, but now religion's kind of more irrelevant. But the higher power can be anything. A lot of people use mass movements as their higher calling, right? Like they have something more important, bigger than themselves. They can be part of a mass social movement. And whether it's the revolution or the rapture, you want to believe that one day there's going to be a time when there is no suffering or something like that, right? I'm not dissing on communists and other people with strongly held beliefs that there's going to be a revolution or something like that, or that one day humanity can overcome its entropy or blah blah blah. If you're fucking want to go back to any of those things, right? They're all the same basically. I can't say, but who am I to tell you no? You hear this thing that's helping you to get through every day. You see this thing that you hold on to that is like an end goal that you can give your life a purpose. No, that's bullshit. Fuck off. You're not allowed to think that. Who am I to say that shit? You can do whatever you want. And obviously, another very popular one is art, creativity. A higher power to put your faith into. You hold art and creativeness as something holy, something bigger than yourself. Every time you make something, you feel good about yourself. I need to get going off to class soon. Fuck. But really, none of these things are real. Like, it's all just something we tell ourselves. But that doesn't matter. That's the point. If you go to Alcoholics Anonymous, not that I've ever been, this is why I understand that the 12-step plan is or whatever. It's essentially the same thing. You put your faith in a higher power, not because they're like a really Christian organization. I mean, they are, but or I don't think they are. I don't know anything about them. But it's because that's how you get through suffering, is by thinking of yourself as something part of a bigger whole. Yeah, and it doesn't have to be organized religion. It can be any sort of faith in something bigger than yourself. We all have it, no matter how much we want to pretend that I'm better than you or something, because I don't have it. Even the act of dedicating yourself to not having a particular higher thing is a higher thing, bigger than yourself, that you're dedicating yourself to. It's not possible to really exist as part of society without in some way participating in that. And if you really feel alienated from any sort of anything bigger than yourself, then that's it's alienation. It's not good. It makes you feel bad about everything, and you quickly latch onto something new, which is fine. It's not. I know I'm making it seem like this is a bad thing, but again, this is how people get through the day. This is how almost everyone on earth manages to wake up in the morning. There's nothing wrong with it. So if I choose my calling to be art, then I choose my calling to be art. There's no pre-planned destiny for me, but I can, while I'm aware that yes, to use Mimi Stonerite language, the entire concept of art is a spook. To use Mimi Stonerite language. But I ain't no Stonerite really anymore. I am a bit, that's another thing to go into. But yeah, art is a spook, of course. But then, what's wrong with that? As long as I'm aware of that fact, I'm aware of the fact that I'm doing this by myself. There's nothing inherently special about art, but I'm personally choosing to have music be my higher power that I can believe in, and I can imagine creativity as some sort of cloud that envelops us all, some sort of deity that is omnipotent, right? That is sort of how a lot of creatives envision creativity, and it's obviously not true, but it works as a metaphor, and it works for getting you through the day. If you have some purpose, then it's much easier to be a living human being. If your purpose is, look, all I'm saying is music's a great thing, and all art is great. Sometimes I have these moments, normally when I'm coming out of a depressive period, because I realise how much art helps me when I'm in those periods, and it makes me just feel a wonderment to the fact that humans can create such wonderful things, which is very rare for me because I fucking hate everyone, and I'm about to go to class and probably reaffirm my belief that everything is bullshit. Oh, I should mention I am on drugs right now, this is why. But yeah, that's all I have to say.